this is another one of those super duper vulnerability type thingies. I wasn't sure I wanted to like really talk about it, but no, I don't talk about it. I'm nervous. I'm scared. No. Well, that's probably the stuff that I should talk about, because it's the stuff that I need to break down the barriers and the walls and not be concerned about who hears of whatever I have been experiencing throughout my day, and being honest about how my brain works, because that's what this is about. So, in all that, we shall dive into my post-its, and I'm going to put them up as I go through them. So, over here is the wall about me, the me wall, then there's mindfulness and spirituality, and there's the miscellaneous wall, relationships, and then back there is, that one is loneliness. This, I just started this one, it's rejection. And then here, this side is the positivity of the shadow door, and then this side is the darkness of the shadow door. So it's like all the negativity and hate and anger and all that stuff on this side, and then the positive way to look at it is on this side. And then over here on this wall is my wall regarding the earth and nature. So you are making assumptions, and I've thought about, I used to have like this was like a thinking mind wall, but now it's just kind of miscellaneous. So I've thought about making a brain wall again, but I haven't done that yet. I have a lot of post-its to do today. So you are making assumptions. Catch yourself ruminating. Let's see if we can turn it. And a blank post-it note that I missed. You are catastrophizing. This will pass. On the mindfulness. It is not a big deal. You are being dramatic. Hello, ego. Be honest. This one can go in so many different areas of the wall. I'm gonna put it with the relationship section though, which is over here. The truth will set you free. I think we'll put that with the relationships again. Excuse me, lovely. Headphone free time. Be awake. And this is for when I was at work practicing mindfulness. So I'll just put it here with the mindfulness wall. Be mindful. And it's crazy, like, it's not unfortunate, but I'm running out of room on my walls. I'm either gonna have to take down my little tapestry things or do something. I'm not sure. Post-it notes, they're starting to overlap everywhere, like you can see, like, I'm just running out of room. There's like overlapping happening a whole bunch of places. Be present. It really doesn't matter what is actually happening, because it's all made up in my head, my emotions. So this on the me wall. Circumstantial factors don't make me happy or sad. I make me happy or sad. If that's the way they wanna be, then fuck 'em. If that's the way they wanna be, then fuck 'em. Do 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 do. If that's the way, that'll be in the relationships. If they wanna be, then fuck 'em. Do 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 do. If that's the way that they, wait. If that's the way they wanna behave, if them's the choices that they gonna make, then fuck 'em up the butt, fuck 'em up the butt. Jealousy is another emotion. I think some of these are going to start getting into the relationship stuff, so the relationship portion of the wall. Emotion equals emotion doesn't mean it's true. It's okay to be jealous. I accept this emotion. I guess we could put this on the positivity of the shadow. So viewing the shadow in a more positive way. My happiness is not robbed. There is enough love and affection for everyone. Okay. My happiness is not robbed. Guess that would go with the relationships. I am happy for him. Just because he's got a date doesn't mean that I'm not important. Could be, but that is an assumption. To think that we'll be close forever is an assumption. All relationships come to an end. Memento mori. I do not know that he loves me. I believe that he loves me based on his actions and words. Just because he loves me doesn't mean I am extra special, it just means we match. What I really want is happiness, not staying in the relationship. I am still worthy and cool, even if he doesn't love me or leaves. His love does not mean I am okay and good. I want happiness, not them. There is not what? Okay. I want happiness, not them, not anybody. There is no outcome to fear. And this was an interesting analogy I heard when I was listening to one of the podcasts. So someone could live with a partner in a relationship and feel that they're entirely happy and that person is cheating on them, but they don't know. But that person, the person who is getting cheated on, they're entirely happy happy, they just have no idea that they're getting cheated on, so it's in their head. And the other alternative, someone's in a relationship, and it's super healthy, good relationship, everybody's treating each other fair, no one's cheating on anybody, but one of the partners thinks that the other one is cheating on them, and that makes that person entirely miserable, even though nothing is wrong. So, what I put over here, it really doesn't matter about what is actually happening, because it's all made up in my head, my emotions. Circumstantial factors don't make me happy or sad. I make me happy or sad. So, based on my belief systems. So I thought that was an interesting analogy to understand and learn about. Okay. Social experiment. Face your fears and see how it goes. Social. This has to do with a situation at work that I got super stressed out about. It's alright to be scared and nervous. Doesn't mean anything negative is going to happen. Now these are out of order, so I probably should have organized them in order, but it doesn't matter, because I'm not explaining all the stories anyways. I'm just reading through my post-its and doing little bits here and there. It went just fine. I guess I'll put this on the positivity to the shadow door. Relax your snacks. Just put this on the miscellaneous wall. Drama queen and drama queen. Guess I'll put it on the shadow door because it's kind of like an insult to myself. Good thing for you to be honest. We'll put that on the me wall. Because at work, so a situation happened at work where I was told to water a certain plant, so I went and watered the plant, and I was supposed to leave it on like a slow drip, and I was like, well, I'll just give it a big drink and fill it all the way up, and then I'll put the slow drip on. And then I got a call on my walkie-talkie, don't water that plant. I was like, oh shit, I just watered the plant. And then I was like, okay. That's all I responded back, because I'm like, oh man, I don't want to get in trouble. Shit, what do I do? And then I started ruminating my assumptions and trying to like, oh my, should I tell them? What do I do? Blah, 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 blah. Because I feel like Daniel would want me to tell them so that he knows not to water this plant like too much next week or something. And so then I was kicking myself for not just saying it right up front, like, hey, whoops, I just watered it. And then I was like, oh man, if I don't tell them now, they're going to see that it's watered and it's wet, and then I'm going to get in trouble, and they're going to be like, why did you tell me? You need to, like, let me know when you do these things. And I was like, oh no. And then I was making all sorts of assumptions. I'm like, no. Hang on. You have no idea. It might not even, like, it could be totally fine. No issues, no problem, no nothing. And you're, like, making this big deal out of it. It's like, you just need to be honest and be upfront, and if you made a mistake, that's fine. You're not going to lose your job over it. And so I decided, okay, I'm going to face my fear, and I'm going to tell him that, okay, I watered the plant. And then I did. And then he's like, oh, it's not a big deal. And I was making it a huge deal in my brain, because I was making assumptions about what they would say, when I could have just been like, right when they said, oh, don't water that plant, instead of saying, okay, I could have just said, whoops, well, I just did, sorry guys, and then it'd be that, and then whatever, it's fine. And so I spent like 20 minutes like kicking myself and trying to calm down because I created this stress in my brain. Don't try and figure things out how it'll go. So it can go in the miscellaneous wall. I watered a plant when I shouldn't have. Daniel will lose trust and confidence in me. So that's where I was escalating to. So I thought I'd write down, like I did with my shadow roach experiment, the catastrophizing experiment, how bad it could get, or how bad it was getting in my brain. Like, oh, he's gonna lose all trust in me. I will be fired because I am a liar and untrustworthy. That's how dramatic I was getting. Well, actually, I didn't really think I'd be fired, but I thought, okay, what's the most dramatic outcome of the situation? The plant's already halfway dead anyways, so if it dies, he's kind of anticipating it. But, so I was like, okay, what's the most dramatic thing? So I wrote down a super dramatic outcome. So then when I went and faced my fear, I could see that the fear itself was completely made up in my brain. I was just entirely creating it in my brain, when really, in reality, when I see the outcome, when I go and handle the situation, I could see how pleasantly smooth the whole thing went. I live inside my own world of make-believe. I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming all the greatest profanities. The cold isn't bad, there's another state of being. And this was a really cool experience. I'm going to put this on my earth wall. So earth wall's over there. Come on. Good enough. So this is the earth wall. So I was experimenting with cold water. I had to stick my hands in some really cold water at work today, and I asked for help because I've been working on being more, if I need help, asking for it. And I know that I could complete the task myself, but there's nothing wrong with asking for help if it would make it a little bit easier. So then because of reading the attached book and taking the survey, I have discovered that I am quite a bit avoidantly attached, which is not what I thought it would be necessarily. So I asked for help. The help never actually came up there to help me, but that's okay. And I focused and listened to some podcasts on ice baths and cold water immersion. And then I went and continued the task of removing the pond plants from the really, really cold water and freezing my hands. And when I was focusing more on the experience of feeling and paying attention, rather than just like, oh my gosh, it's so cold, then it made it not as bad. Immerse yourself in the cold. Improve your immune system, use water. Slowly build up your tolerance to the cold. Alright, so, in all that, we dove through a bit of jealousy and more assumption building, and then cold water, ice bath, immersion stuff. Okay, pretty good vlog, lots of post-its. Let's see that I did indeed learn quite a bit today. welcome. Yep. Thanks for watching. And tonight is Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve. So tomorrow's Christmas Eve. So I bid you adieu. Be sure to like and subscribe to continue learning about all the different things that I learn every day and what I do and all the things and this and that and those and these, and then you can see my beautifulness, and you can see my dragons.